Hi, everybody. My name is John DePietro, and on behalf of my colleague, Bob Zagami at RVing in New England, we have this special interview with one of our friends from just north of the border. Stacy Robinson is from Great Canadian RV, and Stacy, welcome to RVing in New England.
Well, thanks very much, John. It's great to talk with you.
You know what? It's great to talk with you. Unfortunately, the circumstances that bring us together are not really what we want to talk about, and hope that it ends soon. And then we can look at this interview as a memory. But, you know, we've done some extensive interviewing with RVs for MDs here in the United States and also in Massachusetts in particular. And from what I've been able to glean, you are kind of ground zero for RVs for MDs in Canada. Could you tell us a little bit about, well, first of all, tell us where you're from, where you are in Canada, and tell us about how you got involved in this very worthwhile venture.
Absolutely. So we have a family-owned and operated dealership in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. So we're just north of Toronto, northeast of Toronto. We sell about 200 campers a year, and we run all year long. How we got involved was we were contacted by a Emerge doc out of Belleville, Ontario. He was working in a COVID positive environment and was very fearful for the safety of his family. Asked us if we had an RV available, but money was an issue for him as he's just graduated and has lots of debt. So we unfortunately didn't have anything that fit his criteria on our lot.
But you didn't.
We didn't have it.
Say, there's nothing we can do to help you. You didn't say that, Stacy, did you?
No, we were undeterred. We said, okay, so how are we going to manage this? And we reached out to another dealer that we're very dear friends with in London, Ontario, Can-Am RV. And the dealer principal there is Kirk Thompson. And we said, Kirk, what do you got? And he had something that fit the bill. And we said, okay, listen, we're not going to make any money off of this at a time where nobody's making money. And we want you to wholesale it to us. And can you get it to us? So we met in Toronto. Kirk's wife, Kate, hopped in the truck and pulled it to Toronto. We met her there. We took it back to the dealership, PDI'd it, got it ready to go, delivered it to the doc. Didn't charge him anything but the cost of the camper. So nothing over cost, didn't charge him for the PDI, didn't charge him for delivery, didn't charge him for anything.
Yeah, and I should say that getting an RV through Toronto is no easy task, is it?
Well, it's not, but fortunately Al is a pro, so he's pretty good at that stuff. I don't think I would undertake it, and Kate is got nerves of steel. She's pretty awesome. So,
right. And you know, the interesting thing is you did make that match, and then I understand somebody heard about it, and the floodgates opened, and you kind of not donated, but dedicated your website to people that want to make a match, knowing full well that you don't even own the RVs on your lot. They're owned by the bank. So you couldn't say, okay, just take this RV. But
that's right.
Yeah. Your thinking was that our customers, right? So you thought
right.
Customers. So tell us about
what happened there was anything, we quickly burned through our used inventory. We own that. We can do what we wish with that. Anything that's new on a dealer's lot is floored, typically through a flooring company. We use North Point quite a bit. And to be honest with you, what happens there is if it goes off the lot, it has to be paid out or we're out of trust, which is a big that's a big problem. So new is off the table.
Big legal technical stuff. So you said, well, our customers, right?
We did. We had a customer come to us and she said, I'm looking for a sewer fitting. I'm lending my RV to a friend of a friend of a friend because she's a nurse. And that's when Al had this really great idea of saying, hey, wait a minute, we have really awesome customers, and we really do. He said, let's reach out to our customers because we're getting flooded with requests for help. And we did. We started with a Facebook page, and we called it Connecting Trailers to First Responders. And it had over 200,000 people come through it.
200,000. Crashed
it. Okay. Yep. So our web provider, Focus RV, stepped up to the plate in a big way, and they designed a website for us and bought the domain name so that we could have a more ordered and easier way to manage the influx of people that are not only requesting RVs because they need them, but also saying, hey, how about if you want to borrow my RV, I'm going to lend it to you. And we've had an awful lot of people that aren't even our customers from across the
that are
province
doing
step
that.
up.
So you are acting as the matchmaker here. It's kind of like Match.com for RVs and people who need them. Now,
Yep.
the interesting aspect of this whole concept of sharing, you heard of us, or we kind of got connected through RVWA. Tell us about RV Women's Alliances. I know that you had made an email to the folks in the folks in the U.S. and
Yep.
all of a sudden it's exploded.
Yep.
Tell us
The
about that
RV Women's
organization.
Alliance is a relatively new to me group of women in the RV space that come together and to work for the betterment of our industry. And I had an email from New York City, Long Island, from an intern, female doctor, and she was reaching out and saying, I'm in a COVID positive hospital. We are overwhelmed. I have an infant and a husband, and I don't know what to do. Can you help me? And I was really disheartened initially by that because here I am in Ontario. How am I ever going to get an RV across the border at a time like this to somebody that desperately needs it?
Mm.
And how desperate is she to reach out to a dealership that's clearly Canadian, like a great Canadian RV? She knows we're Canadian, but she must have been
kind of
just
says it
desperate.
in the name, huh, Stacy?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So I was trying to think about, oh gosh, how can we help this woman? And I reached out to a couple of manufacturers and I wasn't getting a quick or timely response. And then it occurred to me, hey, I'm a part of a network of women across North America. I'm going to reach out. And that's what I did. I sent an email and I said, guys, who can help?
And then the flood, there was no border guards for emails.
No.
They got
Nope.
it right over, and you've been doing this, and we only have a minute more, but in this particular thing, and I know that there are other serendipitous things that you are getting involved with. You're absolutely amazing up there. And the thing that I've found is that the RVing community, and certainly you're more in tune with it as a dealership owner, is a very sharing and caring group of people. And through the RV Women's Alliance, you're able to make a lot of matches up in Canada, just like we are down here in Massachusetts and actually throughout the United States, because regardless of what's happening politically, the faucet is not going to be turned off where this issue is not an issue anymore. I'm sure you'd agree with that. And you're continuing to work to help out the cause. And for that, we thank you.
Well, and I thank you and what you guys are doing there. Incredible work. And thanks for getting the word out. People need help and everybody has a part to play here and everybody can do just something to make things better.
Great. Stacy Robinson, Great Canadian RV. Thank you so much. And hey, everybody, we can't do it right now, but very soon, let's get ready to go RVing.
Absolutely.